And welcome back to the channel. Today, a very important video. I'm going to be discussing about BTC, what's going to be basically happening next. Are we going to see a new all-time high coming because the Fed is going to cut interest rates? Is the Fed going to cut interest rates, or are we going to see a big correction, a big crash in September? Today, I'm going to explain to you everything. I'm going to also mention a little bit about altcoins, about the stock market. So give me a favor, relax, grab a nice cup of coffee or a glass of wine, depending what you want to do, and enjoy the show. Guys, this video is brought to you by our partners. Bluefin, one of the best non-KYC exchange. I utilize it for all of my trades. And also, guys, we are growing like crazy, and we decided that FTA is now also decided to partner with another amazing exchange called BitUnix. BitUnix, guys, one of really good exchange, so many trading pairs, fast execution, and we have a promotion running right now. If you join with us for the next months, and if you deposit up to $2,000, you're gonna get $400 in futures bonus. What it means, I deposit $2,000, they're gonna give me an extra $400 to do whatever I want. Only for the first 500 people, guys. It's gonna really feel very quickly. Even you can put down $100 and get $20 in futures bonus. Sign up, guys, as fast as you can because, guys, with Bluefin, with BitUnix, best non-KYC exchange. Hurry up. There is a link in the description for these two exchanges. But right now, guys, BTC went up to 117,000, 118,000, and then what happened? You had a very massive rejection. You can see that basically we went and we lost this important level of support from here. We went here, we went down, we had a basically like a rebound, and now we are going down again. And the question is, what is going to be happening next? The reason why we had this nice pump coming to the upside was because of Jackson Hole. Jerome Powell came and said that basically they are considering cutting rates. But now I'm going to explain to you why I'm not very convinced about this, but they may cut interest rates because the economy is slowing down, and now the US 10-year Treasury yield is falling because of this news and all of that. Basically, we had a nice pump, but right now we went and basically retested this area here, and we are going down again. So the question is, are we going to continue higher, or there is more downside to come? Okay, so this week, guys, is going to be very important. Very important because you can see we have on Friday PC producer pricing. PC is a personal consumer expenditure. That measure like is the most favorite measurement of inflation from the Federal Reserve. This one is going to dictate whether we're going to have, I would say, 95% chance of a rate cut in September. However, you have to be very careful from here because if we're going to have a higher than expected PC, the Fed is not going to cut rates and we could be seeing more downside to come. Guys, Bitcoin right now is not looking great. I can tell you that right now. And what I could be expecting is going to be more downside to come. But to be honest, right, I don't really care when it comes to basically Bitcoin when it goes up or down because as you can see, guys, with our VIP group, I was already anticipating here. That's at this point was already a very big rejection. Even today, I went on the group. You can see Pro Trader calls Andrea longing Bitcoin and then shorting Ethereum. And guys, the results, as always, like we've been just trading up and down basically for the last. You can see the my member guys. You can see the members. You know, I'm gonna go here. You can see up. Also, we have a loss for myself, a 15% loss on Solana. You can see that, unfortunately, I don't know what I was doing here. I think, yeah, I went on a short and, I lost one of my first red days. You can see that, unfortunately, I lost lots of money and no, I'm just kidding. But anyway, you can see, guys, all the other results from my other, pro members. Andy placing a 41% short in Ethereum. So, guys, if you really are tired of just going randomly and you really want to learn how to trade properly, what you can do is to come and join the VIP group. There is a link in the description with the trader, our trading results. We are building traders here. Okay, we are not. We are feeding you with information, with education, with calls, anything you can think of. But really, we are. Our mission is to transform you into a profitable trader. Try us for a month. Come and learn the system, how you can really be a savage trader and make these crazy results like my members are doing, guys. These people knew nothing about trading, nothing. And look at them right now, complete trading machine. So if you want to join, guys, Link in the description. Try this for a month and then tell me, if you like it. But now let's go back into our BTC and we can now analyze the whole point of the situation. Now, so as I said before, with the PC is going to be very important, but right now Bitcoin is into this I would say potential scenario. You can see that right now we are still holding a little bit, but to me the trend looks quite weak. We already broken down in EMA 9, is trying to climb back up again, but we're basically losing steam day by day. And what it could be, the areas where we could be looking at in order to see, let's say, for example, a nice support. So the first support I can think of right now, guys, is basically in between this beautiful ascending channel. You can see Bitcoin basically is going into this nice ascending channel. I got a target here of the extension of Fibonacci, which goes up to $139,000 to 153. So in my opinion, from a macro point of view, if we're going to go and I would say put out like a macro, like a cycle, crypto cycle market top with Bitcoin, I would probably be thinking around 139 to around 150,000. I'm really sorry to come here and to bring you this, information where people are expecting 200,000, 300,000. 140, 150, guys, has been a pleasure. See you later. I'm going to sell all of my Bitcoins. But short term, you need to be very careful because the Fed might cut interest rates. It might cut interest rates in September. But if you're going to see bad data coming like a high PC, they're not going to cut bloody rates. Okay, and I'm going to show you also why I'm a little bit still skeptical. If the Fed was about to cut rates in September and the market is already anticipating a rate cut and blah, 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 why then Bitcoin is going down? That's a little bit like, it's not really making me very confident that they're going to say they're going to cut rates. And also remember, in terms of seasonality, September is not great. We had a rejection from here. So what I will say is that looking at the chart from this point, in my opinion, and looking at all of this, if the Fed is not going to cut interest rates and we're going to see one more factory to come, I would probably say that BTC has a chance to go and retest this area down to here. Perhaps around 98 to 100 and 2000. Yes, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to be very, very happy if I'm totally wrong about this. Okay, we're going to go to 150K in a straight line. But to me, Bitcoin is losing steam. It's forming what we call a double top. He had a rejection at the retest. And I would say more likely for maybe from until now, until maybe mid-September, end of September, BTC could probably be bleeding down to here. Maybe you can try one more factory around 120, but then it's probably going to go down to here. And of course, if this is going to happen, do you know exactly the point where we're going to buy with the VIP? We know that because we are a community of traders. Everybody's very smart. Okay, we know exactly the point where we're going to buy. But today, I want to give you a hint. I would say that it's probably possible that we're going to go and retest this area down to here. Okay, down to maybe 90, even 97, 98,000. Could definitely be possible. But I would say this box, in my opinion, is going to be the place with the maximum opportunity. That's where I really want to see BTC to go, to then have a very powerful break to the upside. And then after that, I could probably be thinking of what we call a wave 4 out of 5. And then we're going to finish the cycle. And then, of course, our season and all the stuff. Okay, so BTC, that's what I'm looking at right now. Even you can see, for example, more from like a short-term point of view. Like you can see that this one, guys, in my opinion, I mean, we are still holding up, I would say, by a thread. Like we're really, look at that. We're just trying to to survive. But at the same time, if this is going to fail, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to show you like a fib retracement from here. Okay, if this is going to fail, to me, it's going to be much more likely BTC in the next few days, probably going to go, or maybe at the end of the week, it's probably going to go down to here, okay, around the golden pocket area and this 0.786 to then maybe do something like that, drop to here, and probably go up again, drop a little bit more, and then boom, it's going to go higher. There's going to be the point of maximum fuckery when people are going to say, oh, the cycle is over. Now there is a bear market. And then out of the blue, boom, they're going to go up again. Because eventually the Fed is going to cut rates and eventually the market is going to anticipate that and it's going to go crazy. But listen, if in September they're going to say we want to cut interest rates, we are very happy because, I don't know, we want to pump Bitcoin and crypto. I mean, I couldn't be more happy than that. Now, next one I want to show you guys, Ethereum, fantastic, really. Fantastic, pumping like crazy. Beauty, it's totally beautiful, but right now is a time where we need to be a little bit careful. Okay, we went pump up to $5,000. I was talking to my VIP guys about shorting Ethereum from around 5,000, if I can remember well. So it went to 5,000, drop now. So he made almost like a 6% drop, which is good. But right now, ETH, guys, I mean, incredibly strong. Like, you can't say anything about this. Macro wise, to me, looks like a beautiful chart, looks like a breakout. I could definitely be thinking that the completion of this chart is going to be by measuring this party to this party and bring it at this level. So it's going to give us around 7,500 to even $8,000, to be honest. Like, if it's going to continue like that, Ethereum, I think it has much room to go. Short term, what I would say is that is losing a little bit of steam. You can see already the money taken away from Bitcoin, placed into Ethereum, placed into Solana. Solana right now is outperforming everything compared to Bitcoin, compared to Ethereum. So what I would say is that I could be seeing probably Solana to go. I'm going to also cover Solana today to basically try to catch up with BTC and also with Ethereum. But ETH, guys, I would say if BTC is going to go down to maybe 100,000, 98,000, I could be see a fuckery coming and potentially going down again to maybe 3,700, 3,600 to basically make everybody again scared. This was the top. We're not going to go higher. But to me, it's probably going to be more of a liquidity grabbing. So from this point here, I would say that maybe we could try a little pump up to 5,200, grab some liquidity from there, drop it down maybe around September to 3,600, 700. And then I'm probably thinking one final move to go up to here, around probably 7,000 or even 8,000. Some people are arguing we can actually go higher than that. They say that you could be going to 20,000, 30,000, $21,000. Listen, to be honest, I have no idea. To me, I'm thinking more when we're going to go up already to 7,000, 8,000. To me, it's going to be already insane. Okay. And that's probably when I'm going to sell already. When we're going to go to, even 6,800, 7,000, I'm probably going to say, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to be out. But at the moment, that's what I'm looking at. So be careful right now to go long, because this, I think, is an area where Ethereum could be losing steam because of the rotation from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then into altcoins. And if that happens, of course, it could be dropping a little bit. So careful with that. Next one I want to show you guys, Solana. Solana, very important today. Solana, again, guys, longer term, I'm very bullish. Like, it looks like, a nice potential, cup and handle pattern. Is it going to have another factory coming to drop again to, I don't know, 120, 130? Possible. But at the same time, we are on the verge of confirming a very strong breakout. So you can see from here, okay, we are basically going into touching this important level of diagonal resistance, and also we are about to flip this multi-level wick of resistance. You can see that we're basically touching here. Once, I think, is going to be able to break a 220, like I told you so many times, Solana could be having a very powerful move. You can see that we're basically already down to here. It probably could be pushing up to here, which basically corresponds to probably like a new all-time high, maybe around 320 to 330. So what is it going to be the, I would say, latest target for Solana to, if you actually have a look at this? Usually what I do, measuring the potential cup and handle or even inverted head and shoulder, I probably could be seeing Solana to go up to probably $500 to $600. Okay, so minimal target, I would say probably 400. That could be reasonable. We can also measure it from here. Okay, so by November, December, okay, if it's going to follow this basically previous line of resistance, hit this one, and this one. Okay, we can also go and throw an extension from here and see where is it gonna go? Because like 418. So I would say a realistic target definitely around 420, maybe around November, December. Short term, as I said before, we need to be able to break here. Maybe it's gonna do something like this. It's gonna go and if it's gonna be able to break, it's gonna go up to here, maybe 330, drop down again around 240, 250, and then a final impulse to the upside. Like that's how it could be seen with Solana. But if you're not going to be able to go and break this level, if let's say Bitcoin is going to start to puke again and go down like crazy, and Bitcoin dominance is going to go higher, and I'm going to show you in a second, then I could be seeing, of course, these two probably do something like that, form a potential, double bottom, and then to continue higher. So basically, I'm monitoring now when to go short, when to go long, and that's about it. And with the VIP, we got everything in place. Now, next one I want to show you, very important, guys, total free. I mean, talking about altcoin season, total free. To me, guys, every possible pattern right now looks like basically that we're following Bitcoin, really. You see Bitcoin, the chart from here, this like, I don't know, pseudo cup and handle, inverted head and shoulder that explode to the upside. Ethereum looks like it's mimicking the same thing, doing the same like that, and then probably is going to go to the upside again. And the other one, the total free, guys, to me looks the same. Like I'm really, in terms of like fractality, we can say that in terms of fractals. It's quite likely. It's quite likely that it's probably going to go and follow the same. You can see the arch from here, okay, and then basically you measure the arch and bring it at this point like that. Is really, I don't know, it's matching very well here around end of the year. What is going to be important as well for total free is going to be basically to be able to break this RSI from here. So it's going to go probably to the previous all-time high at this point, okay, and then once it is able to break all-time high, probably could be a confirmation that the next point of interest is going to be probably up to here, which is going to correspond to these levels. Of course, we're not going to go up in a straight line. It could be that we're going to be seeing some fuckery coming, as always, but maybe what we could be seeing, okay, I'm going to go and show you a little bit more intraday, so you can see like more on the daily, is that maybe we're going to be seeing something like that. It's going to go up to here, do like a fake out of the all-time high, similar to Ethereum, like that, then drop again, grab the liquidity, and then the final proper move is going to go higher. That's what I think is gonna be more likely that is going to be happening. Now, next one, which is very important, guys, and I know that for a reason, is the Bitcoin dominance. Talking about our season Bitcoin dominance, we had a clear breakout here. I think that looking at this chart, I would say that it's actually quite likely that our season has probably started. Okay, so you can see the order blocks coming from here, even as down as 36%. If we actually measure the fractal, what happened before, you can see the really crazy drop from 2017, crazy drop 2021. This one here looks like powerful, very, very powerful. And what I would say, it's looking at this, that's what I'm expecting right now with altcoins. Okay, so as I said before, if we're gonna maybe see altcoins to outperform BTC in the next maybe week or so, we could be seeing maybe Bitcoin to range. We could be seeing altcoins to pump a little bit more during next week, maybe going down with the dominance down to 54, 55%. Then if we're gonna have a correction in September, we could be seeing this dominance to go and try to go back up again to basically feel this order block from here. And then from this point, it probably could be just a bomb, like ABC with a very shallow B going down to maybe 48 or even 45% for a full-blown alt season. So what I would say, drop to here, up to here again with Bitcoin, having a correction in September, then going to like a new all-time high in October, November, and then final capitulation of Bitcoin dominance. Altcoins go crazy, end of the bull market. That's what the way I can see right now. And the next one, two things very important that I want to show you why I could be expecting a correction as well, is going to be the following. Number one, guys, the US 10-year Treasury yield. As I told you so many times, there was this announcement of Jerome Powell saying that they're going to go and cut interest rates and all of that. Yet the US 10-year Treasury yield is still quite high. if it was true, if it was a real claim that they were about to cut rates, I reckon it would have been gone down to here, but still holding up well, and that's not very good. Okay, so because we're gonna see like a bad PC or something like that, this thing's gonna go higher, and the Fed cannot cut interest rates. Looking at the U.S. 10 Treasury yield, so be very careful about thinking that now the market is gonna go crazy because the Fed is gonna cut rates. They might not cut. Okay, so again, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know if this is gonna happen. I'm just warning you to be careful, not to be just reckless and throw money up in the air. Also, look at seasonality. Things can change with the blink of an eye. And the last one I want to show you, very important, stock market. I'm looking at the S&P 500 as well. Keeps going higher, but for how long is going to continue to go higher? Okay, we are forming multiple divergences. We have so many order blocks coming all in these areas. And the thing is, we are at risk right now of developing a sort of I would say, I'm not going to call it bubble, but a sort of a point where we could be seeing more downside. Even right now from here, guys, you can see we broke this important level of support. Now we are retesting this point. Is this only like a bearish retest and then we're going to go down? So it's going to be something like this and then this again, or is it going to continue to go up? To me, I'm very cautious right now, especially the seasonality, especially September. You know what usually happens, or Rectember, that's how they call it. So keeping my eye on everything. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. For the next video, very important, I would like you to tell me. I already got 2 people asking me for 2 specific altcoins, which I'm gonna do tomorrow. You please give me another couple of altcoins, which are also going to analyze in the next video, so you're gonna have a good understanding where we are. But otherwise, guys, you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you're gonna have a fantastic trading day ahead of you. Take care and see you soon.